Before we begin, take 1 second. If you want clarity, discipline, and control over your mind, subscribe to the Stoic guidance. Not tomorrow, not later, right now. Because what you are about to hear only works for those who stay consistent. Only 1% of people wake up like this. Not lucky people, not rich people, not people born special, but people who have learned a forgotten morning discipline. A way of waking up that places their emotions, reactions, and entire day under control before the world even touches them. Most people do not wake up. They are dragged out of sleep by alarms, anxiety, notifications, and unfinished thoughts. Their body leaves the bed, but their mind is already owned by the world. The Stoics warned us about this centuries ago. They said the first battle of the day decides all the rest. Yet almost everyone loses it every morning without realizing it. Ask yourself this honestly. When you wake up, who is in control? You or your impulses? If the first thing you feel is urgency, if the first thing you do is reach for your phone, if the first thought in your mind is stress, comparison, or regret, then you are already reacting. And a reacting mind can never be a powerful mind. Here is the hard truth. Your morning is not about productivity. It is not about motivation. It is about authority. Authority over your thoughts, authority over your emotions, authority over your attention. The 1% understand something the rest never do. Control does not begin when the day starts. It begins in the first 5 minutes after waking up. Marcus Aurelius wrote that when you rise from sleep, your mind is at its most vulnerable and at its most moldable. Whatever enters your mind in that window shapes the entire day. This is why the world fights for your mornings. Notifications, news, messages, noise. Because if they control your morning, they control your reactions. The Stoic does the opposite. Instead of asking, "What do I need to do today?" he asks, "Who do I need to be today?" This single question changes everything. The average person wakes up and thinks outward. Deadlines, people, problems. The Stoic wakes up and turns inward, not to escape reality, but to prepare for it. Here is the first morning secret of total control. When you wake up, do not move immediately. Do not check anything. Do not speak. Stay still. This moment is sacred. Your body is awake, but the world has not entered your mind yet. This is where power is reclaimed. In this silence, the Stoic reminds himself of 3 truths. First, today, I will face difficulty. Not maybe, not possibly, certainly, disrespect, delay, disappointment, human weakness, yours and others. Why does this give control? Because nothing shocks a prepared mind. When insult comes, you are not surprised. When obstacles appear, you are not angry. When plans fail, you are not broken. You expected this. Second, none of this can harm my character without my permission. Most people think control means controlling outcomes. The Stoic knows control means guarding character. You cannot control what happens, but you can control how you meet it. Calm or chaos. Discipline or impulse, strength or complaint. Every morning you choose, and the 1% choose before the world chooses for them. Third, this day will never return, not as motivation, but as responsibility. You are not promised another morning. So this one must be lived with intention. This is not fear. This is focus. The Stoic does not rush into the day. He enters it deliberately. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotion. It is about mastering reaction. You will feel anger. You will feel temptation. You will feel fear. Feeling is not failing. Failing is letting emotion drive behavior. That is why the Stoic morning trains the gap between stimulus and response. In that gap lies freedom, and freedom is the highest form of control. The 1% do not wake up confident. They wake up prepared, prepared to be tested, prepared to be misunderstood, prepared to remain composed when others lose themselves. This is why their presence feels different. They speak less, but with weight. They react slower, but with precision. They are not louder, but they are steady. And steadiness terrifies chaos. Most people wake up addicted to stimulation. The Stoic wakes up craving clarity. He knows if the mind is conquered in the morning, the day cannot dominate him. Control is quiet. It does not announce itself. It is felt in restraint, patience, and the refusal to be pulled into meaningless battles. The strongest man is the one who governs himself. And that governance begins before breakfast, before conversation, before the world gets a vote. This is only the beginning. The second part begins where most people fail. They wake up with discipline, but lose control the moment the world pushes back. Because control is not tested in silence. It is tested in pressure. The real challenge of the morning is not peace. It is the moment peace is disturbed. A message that irritates you, a delay that disrespects your time, a person who speaks without thought. This is where the 99% collapse, and where the 1% separate themselves. The Stoic prepares for this in the morning. He tells himself, today I will meet people who are impatient, careless, ungrateful, and driven by impulse. They act this way because they do not know better. This single thought changes everything. Instead of reacting with anger, he responds with understanding, not weakness. Understanding. Because anger gives power away, calm keeps it. The moment you react emotionally, you surrender authority over yourself. And once authority is gone, control is an illusion. The Stoic does not seek to dominate others. He seeks to remain undominated. This is why he treats insults like noise. He hears them, but they do not move him. Ask yourself honestly, how many times has your entire day been ruined by one moment? One comment, one look, one small inconvenience. That is not power. That is captivity. The Stoic refuses to live like this. He understands a painful truth. Most suffering is not caused by events, but by the story we tell ourselves about those events. Someone disrespects you. The event is simple. The story is optional. The 1% choose silence over explanation. They do not rush to defend their ego, because ego is fragile, and fragility cannot lead. Instead, they ask one question: is this within my control? If the answer is no, they release it. If the answer is yes, they act with discipline. Nothing else deserves energy. This is why Stoics appear emotionally distant. They are not distant, they are selective. Selective with attention, selective with reaction, selective with time. They understand that attention is life itself, and wasting it on provocation is self-betrayal. Here is the second morning discipline. Before you engage with the world, decide your boundaries. Not spoken boundaries, internal ones. Decide what will not move you today. Not opinions, not delays, not disrespect. This decision must be made in advance, because in the moment, emotion is faster than reason. The 1% decide before the test arrives. They say, today I will not argue to prove my worth. Today I will not react to bait. Today I will not let impatience steal my peace. This is not passive, this is strategic. Calm is not the absence of strength, it is controlled strength. When others shout, you stay silent. When others rush, you slow down. When others panic, you breathe. And suddenly, you are in control. The Stoic understands something deeply. People reveal themselves when you do not react. Silence exposes insecurity. Calm exposes chaos. This is why self-control feels threatening to those without it. They want reaction. You give them nothing, and nothing is powerful. But control is not only about dealing with others, it is also about dealing with yourself. The hardest enemy you will face today is not outside. It is your own impulse, the desire to check, the urge to escape, the need to be distracted. The Stoic watches these impulses without obeying them. He knows that every time you say no to impulse, you strengthen command over yourself. Discipline is built in small refusals. Refusing comfort, refusing distraction, refusing unnecessary pleasure. Not because pleasure is evil, but because dependence is. The 1% do not avoid pleasure. They avoid slavery. This is why their mornings are simple. No excess, no rush, no noise. Simplicity creates clarity. Clarity creates control. The Stoic does not ask, "What feels good right now?" He asks, "What serves my character?" Character is destiny. How you act when no one is watching, how you respond when nothing forces you, how you choose when you could escape. This is where true control is built. As the day moves forward, the Stoic does not demand ease. He expects resistance, and because he expects it, he is not shaken by it. He moves through the day like a mountain. The wind passes, the storms arrive, but he remains. This is not emotional numbness. This is emotional mastery. In the final part, we will uncover the last discipline, the one that turns control into unbreakable inner authority, the kind that remains even when everything is taken away. This is not the end.